Hello friends, welcome to PowerBookSummaries. Have you ever felt anxious for no reason at all? You're in a normal situation, but suddenly your heart starts racing. Your body breaks into a sweat, and your mind fills with fear. It feels like something terrible is about to happen, even though there's no real danger around. If this happens to you, you're not alone. Millions of people across the world go through this strange fear and uneasiness every day. This book sheds light on where this fear comes from, and more importantly, how to manage it. The author explains that the root of anxiety lies in the structure of our brain, specifically in two key parts. The emotional brain, the thinking brain, both have very different jobs. But when they malfunction or clash, anxiety takes control. The emotional brain reacts instantly and without logic. For example, if a dog suddenly barks and runs toward you, your body automatically prepares to run or defend itself. That's your emotional brain at work. It's designed to protect you. But when it gets triggered without real danger, and does so frequently, it leads to trouble. On the other hand, the thinking brain creates a different kind of anxiety. It's the part that says things like, what if I fail? What will people think? What if everything goes wrong? This kind of anxiety doesn't come suddenly. It builds up slowly, thought by thought, and gets deeper over time. The author emphasizes that the first step in dealing with anxiety is to understand where it's coming from. If your anxiety comes suddenly and your body reacts physically, then it's probably driven by the emotional brain. But if you overthink, worry for long hours, and imagine worst-case scenarios, that's the thinking brain at work. Once you identify the source, it's easier to apply the right solution. To calm emotional anxiety, the author suggests simple yet powerful techniques. 1. Deep breathing. When you take slow, deep breaths in and out, your body starts to calm down. This is a time-tested and highly effective method. Point 2. Living in the present. We often worry about the past or fear the future. But when you bring your focus to the present moment, your anxiety begins to fade. 3. Body tension. Release, tighten, and then relax different parts of your body. This sends signals to your brain that you're safe, that there is no danger right now. Now, let's talk about thinking-based anxiety. This one requires you to catch your thoughts and challenge them. For example, if your mind says, I'm going to fail my exam, ask yourself, haven't I prepared? Haven't I succeeded in the past? Is failure the only possible outcome? Such questioning weakens the fear and changes your thinking. Another simple tool is to command your mind to stop when a fearful thought arises. Just say to yourself, stop. This interrupts the pattern. Also, try writing your worries down. When you put your fears on paper, they start to seem smaller and more manageable. Your mind feels lighter and things become clearer. You can also visualize calming scenes. Imagine yourself sitting on a peaceful mountain, or by the side of a flowing river, or lying in a green meadow. This mental imagery brings soothing relief and mental clarity. The author notes that emotional anxiety affects the body, while thinking anxiety affects the mind. So, one requires physical calming and the other needs mental restructuring. The most important lesson is this: anxiety is not your enemy. It was originally built into us to protect us. But when it becomes overactive, it starts causing harm. Goal isn't to completely eliminate anxiety, it's to bring it into balance. By practicing small, calm, and positive steps each day, the roots of anxiety begin to weaken on their own. One important insight from this book is this: we don't need to fight our brain. Many people believe that they must defeat their anxiety, that it must be eliminated. But this only creates more inner conflict. Instead, the author suggests a different approach. We must understand our mind, accept it, and gently tell it, there is no danger now. I am safe. I am strong. When we speak to our mind with kindness, when we treat our thoughts like a friend instead of an enemy, the mind begins to listen. This deep understanding teaches us self-compassion and self-respect. And when we accept ourselves fully, a natural sense of calm follows. The author shares several real-life stories. One woman who was terrified of going into crowds for years used deep breathing and visualization to slowly reduce her fear. At first, she just peeked outside from her window. Then she walked to the front door, then down the hallway, and eventually, she started taking walks in the park. At every step, she gently told herself, "I am safe. I am okay. Nothing bad is going to happen." Eventually, her brain understood there was no need to be afraid anymore. Today, she can move freely and comfortably among people. Another story is about a young man who constantly feared making mistakes. He would repeatedly check everything. Did I lock the door? Did I switch off the lights? These were signs of overthinking anxiety. He began to understand himself slowly. He started writing down his thoughts. Every time he felt afraid, he wrote, "What is my fear saying? Is this fear actually true?" Over time, he learned to identify his thoughts and change them. He would now say to himself, "This is just a thought. It's not reality." These examples show us that no matter how deep our anxiety is, with understanding and daily practice, it can be transformed. The author repeats a powerful message. We must teach our brain a new language. The old thoughts might say, "You're a failure. You're weak. You'll never succeed." But we must introduce new beliefs. I am capable. I've overcome challenges before. I'm getting stronger every day. When you repeat this new language consistently, your brain starts believing it. The same brain that once scared you now starts to calm you. Many people say they don't even know why they feel anxious. They just feel restless and uneasy. In such cases, the author suggests, pay attention to your body language. Is your heartbeat racing? Are you breathing heavily? Are your hands shaking? Recognize these signs. Then pause. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment and say to yourself, "Everything is okay. There is no danger. I am safe." This gentle self-dialogue bridges the gap between you and your mind. You begin to feel connected again. Over time, you'll realize you can sit with your anxiety. You can feel it without fearing it. Because now you understand, anxiety is not truth. It's just a habit, a reaction, a pattern. And patterns can be changed. When you learn to understand your anxiety and calmly sit with it, you start to feel stronger than ever before. You no longer panic about when or why anxiety will come. Because now, you don't fear it. You're able to sit peacefully and accept it. The author explains, anxiety becomes worse when we run from it. The more we try to suppress or fight it, the more it pushes back. But when we see it for what it is, just a passing thought, and let it flow without resistance, it eventually fades away. That's why this book keeps repeating, don't fight anxiety. Understand it. Face it wisely. There's a powerful exercise the author recommends. Talk to yourself every day. Each morning, sit in a quiet space and ask yourself 3 simple questions. How am I feeling today? What's going on in my mind? What positive message do I want to give myself today? These little questions build the habit of listening to your inner self. Now your mind won't just speak of fear. It will become your companion. The more you listen to your mind, the more it starts listening back. And as this relationship deepens, anxiety lessens. Many people search for solutions outside, in medicines, techniques, or people. But this book reminds us the real solution lies within our mind. Our thoughts, our awareness, they are the greatest healers we have. To overcome anxiety, the author says discipline is essential. Take a few minutes daily to sit quietly, to repeat positive thoughts, to breathe deeply. If you skip it one day, the mind returns to its old patterns. So it must become a daily habit. Often, anxiety holds people back from living. They avoid travel, people, or new experiences because they fear What if something goes wrong? But the author says this is the exact moment to face the fear. Only new experiences can erase old fears. Even if you're afraid, do it anyway. That action will strengthen your self-belief more than anything else. The best way to conquer fear is to keep walking with it. Don't try to stop it. Just carry it with you, and soon it'll fall behind. Sometimes people feel that anxiety has become a part of their life forever. But this is the illusion that needs to be broken first. Because the brain can change at any age, in any situation. All it needs is consistent practice and trust in yourself. Many believe they should already be calm, and they get anxious about being anxious. This is what the author calls the cycle of anxiety. The first step is to break that cycle. Accept that anxiety is a natural experience. Don't blame yourself for feeling it. Say to yourself, yes, I feel anxious right now, but this is not permanent. It will come and it will pass just like clouds. When you adopt this mindset, anxiety begins to lose its weight. Another powerful idea in the book is the power of repetition. If you constantly think that you are unsafe, or that you always fail, those thoughts sink deep into your brain. But if you remind yourself every day, I am safe, I am capable, I am learning every day, then your brain begins to accept those new truths. That's why the author suggests repeating strong affirmations daily like, I am safe today. My mind is calm. I am bigger than fear. I can face any situation. These aren't just words. They are signals to your brain. And with every repetition, your inner fear gets weaker. The book also talks about mindful walking. It's simple. When you go for a walk, notice each step. Feel your feet touching the ground. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice the wind on your skin. Breathe consciously. When you do this, your mind returns to the present moment. And the present is the only place where anxiety does not exist. Anxiety lives in the past or the imagined future. But when you are fully here, now, anxiety fades. The author says again and again, practice is the solution. Not once, not occasionally, but daily. Even small daily efforts can reshape your brain over time. This new structure becomes your path from anxiety to peace. Many people in the book have shared their journeys. Someone conquered loneliness. Someone overcame social fear. Someone gained confidence in work. All their stories prove one thing. You can't just stop anxiety, but you can understand it and transform it. Sometimes during this transformation, you'll feel stuck. You might feel tired or think nothing's changing. That's the most tempting moment to give up. But the author insists, if you keep going just one more day, the next day becomes easier. This is not a one-day miracle, but it is a day-by-day miracle. Your thoughts change, your reactions shift. Your fear no longer controls you. Now when an anxious thought arises, you ask, is this fear even real? What will change if I worry about it? Can I challenge this thought? And slowly, the fear loses its grip. Because fear grows strongest when we accept it blindly. But when we question it, it weakens. The author encourages you to treat yourself like a close friend. Would you scold a friend who was anxious? No, you'd comfort them. You'd listen with love. Do the same for yourself. Often, anxiety is not just emotional, it's physical. A tired body, a restless mind, lack of sleep, poor diet, or lack of movement all contribute to anxiety. So, take care of your physical body too. Rest well, eat nourishing food, get sunlight, move around. And if anxiety still persists for a long time, there's no shame in asking for help. Sometimes, guidance from a professional helps speed up your healing. And asking for help is not weakness. It's a sign of strength. Once you begin understanding all this, you'll start seeing your past differently too. What once seemed overwhelming now feels manageable. You'll start to believe, I can live without fear. I can make decisions without anxiety. I can try even if I might fail. And that is the moment when real change begins. Now, you know the old wiring of your brain. You can spot when emotions take over, when thoughts confuse you, and once you recognize, you can regulate, you can breathe calmly, you can shift your thoughts, you can catch fear and let it go. This is what it means to rewire your brain. It's not a one-time trick. It's a way of life. Every morning you wake up and choose, will I train my brain in fear or in courage? In hesitation or in confidence? In anxiety or in peace? As you keep practicing, anxiety will make space for calm. Doubt will give way to clarity. Fear will be replaced by trust. And this is the ultimate message of the book. Freedom from anxiety is possible. If you learn to retrain your brain, you've now understood that anxiety is not a flaw you were born with. It's a learned response. And anything learned can be unlearned. So next time fear knocks on your mind, say to yourself, this is just a thought. This is not my truth. My mind is my companion. And I choose to live my life with calm, confidence, and courage. Friends, have you ever felt anxious or restless without any clear reason? If yes, are you now ready to see it in a new way and transform it? If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and for more powerful book summaries like this, don't forget to subscribe to PowerBook Summaries. Thank you for watching.